Last time I was working on this heater box. Pulled it out of the car, took it apart. I have come to the conclusion that it has never ever been apart as far as rebuilt. I'm not so sure that this isn't the original heater core. I don't see any markings on it to really give me any indications, but I think it is. All the seals and stuff in it are definitely ancient. So I've already kind of scraped off. I took a plastic razor blade, one of these, and scraped off all the foam that was all around here and on the doors and such. This little piece right here, it bolts into the deal. It sits in here like so. And there's 2 bolts. I already took that out. And I'm just getting ready to take the blower housing off. This is one of these where how far do you go with it? Now, it's got some of these tabs that are riveted on here. I would like to put them in the sandblaster and clean them up, but I'm just trying to decide if that's really the way to go or what. Same with this blower housing. If you look at that, it's got some rivets all along here. Same deal. I mean, you can see it's got some rust on it. So I'm probably gonna tear this thing completely apart, sandblast the pieces that need to be done, and paint it, all that. Let's see, next thing we're gonna get into right now is I got some more foam to get off of there. So I'm gonna do that real quick, then decide how far I'm gonna tear this thing down. Like I say, there's brackets, like this one here, it's got rust on it. Same with these little guys here. I don't think these are too bad, like that one there. That might be just to hit it with a wire brush type thing, but we'll see. The only way to do it right is to drill those out, take it all apart, and paint everything up. Well, let's see if I have that much ambition or what. I'm pretty sure that's the way I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna set this camera up and do a little scraping and cleaning and stuff. All right, next thing we're gonna take off is this blower housing. These are 7/16. So that should be apart. Oh, there it fell off. I'm gonna get this out. Yeah, it looks pretty good. The inside of the housing looks okay. That was a concern. But I really don't like that. Yeah, it's got a little rust in there and such. Drilling those things out might be kind of tough. We'll see how that goes. All right, next thing, let's get some foam off of that. Plastic razor blade. This stuff just flies right off because it's no good. The adhesive isn't even any good on it anymore. This has a little door latch thing that you twist, and it's froze up, so I'm just going to hit it with some penetrating oil. See if I can get that to free up. This resistor, all the little prongs are kind of screwed up and they move. You can see that? So I got to figure out a way to get those tightened up too. Anyway, I'm going to work on that latch for a minute, see if I can get that freed up, and then decide what I'm going to sandblast and what I'm not. Alright, so I'm going to try and pull this resistor out. There's these little plastic pins that go through a fastener type thing. I'm going to get a punch and just really take it easy because I'm afraid I'm going to break this thing. Let's be super careful. It's kind of hard to see too. So far, so good. And there you can see the little plastic things that pop up. So if we just kind of pull those out. I don't think I can reuse this resistor, but maybe, just maybe, we can salvage it. That just pushes goes out. Flip it back over, and this should come off. Ta-da! It's got a bunch of gunk all over it. So, take our little plastic razor blade and clean that up a bit. This has been painted, and I'm thinking that I can just kind of get underneath of that and scrape it off, because I really don't want paint on it. They weren't painted originally. They got really carried away with the paint when they were messing with these. Alright, so you can see the regular finish on it. That paint's not really stuck on there that great, which is good. I don't want to sandblast it. I'm just going to try and kind of peel this stuff up as I go. That'll be an ongoing thing. And some of this I'm going to have to sandblast anyway. Like this little door, a few things. This is a different door than what I see everybody online has. This opens up straight up, and the other ones go to the side. So I don't know if that's gonna cause me any issue with getting a kit for the foam. If it is, I'll just kind of do my own thing and find some foam somewhere else. Yeah, I'm gonna piddle with this for a minute, then I'll come back in. Okay, next thing we're gonna remove is this little door. Yeah, these are 5/16 without breaking stuff. It came out pretty good. Just slide off of there. Ta-da! Like that. Then we need to get this rod out. There's a little pin right there. And it also has it's got a little keeper on it. So I'm going to try and just kind of pry that up, and I'm going to be real careful with it. I know I say that be real careful thing a lot, but I'll probably have to find another one of these, because I don't think that's the healthiest fastener in the world. Yeah, matter of fact, it's cracked. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, so that's out. And we need to get this out. Now you got to kind of snake it through there. Get through the bends. It's got a thing on the end of it there. Alright, so there was just a little washer kind of on there. So now I should be able to sneak this out of here. Just got to kind of, oops, sorry, hit the camera. Kind of move it around. Be real careful, and out it comes. Ta-da! Alright, all that stuff's going to have to be sandblasted. This door, I'm still trying to get this little latch thing to move. I'm trying not to break anything. Oh, there it moved. Awesome. That's a good start. I can't tell if that's metal or plastic, but either way, it's working now. Sweet. I think I can get this whole box in my sandblaster kit, so I can sit there, not sandblaster kit, my sandblaster box, to where I can just kind of touch up certain things, because I really, yeah, see, that's cool. I really don't want to take and try and re-rivet these things on. I think that's a bad idea. This half is kind of done for now, other than clean it and put it in the sandblaster. And this half, it looks to be good. All that stuff looks fine to me. These pieces, already seen, are gonna have to go into the sandblaster. There's the blend door. This is a heater core bracket thing. So I will get my sandblaster set up and get to work on that. Once I get this how I want it, as far as cleaned up and whatnot, then we're gonna paint it just to keep it from getting any worse. Some of this stuff's pretty thin. There's a couple little arm things right here, and they're pretty thin. I don't want to screw those up. They were thin to begin with. I don't think. Yeah, that door won't come off, so that's going to have to go in all by itself. Right, I'm going to gather up the fasteners, set up that sandblaster like I said, and we'll go from there. I got a little more disassembly to do before I use the sandblaster. I need to test this motor to see if it's any good or not. There's a, gotta get this squirrel cage off first. There's a little set screw. I can't tell if that's the right size or not. It is. It's kind of an odd design. I need something to give myself some torque here. Also don't want to strip it either. All right, let's hit it with some penetrating oil. I don't think this has ever been a part. The blower does spin free, so I'm guessing it still works, but we'll test it and find out. Boy, that sucker is in there. All right, this doesn't really want to come off too bad, so we're gonna heat it for a minute. See how that goes. Probably isn't the smartest thing. I don't know if that's hot enough, but we'll give it a shot here. Ouch. That squirrel cage is a little warm. Not yet. All right, after about 10 heat cycles with that propane torch, I finally got it loose. Take a couple of screwdrivers. See if we can do this without bending the hell out of it. That feels better. There it goes. And it's off. All right, next thing we got to take off are these little guys here. Trying not to lose all my hardware. Is there any other stuff laying right here that I might need? These are also 5/16. No, they're not. Okay, these are 3/8. Good thing I video this stuff or I'd never get it back together. It's not entirely true, but it does help. Curious to see if this is the original motor or what. We're about to find out. Okay, and there's a seal on the back. And it is the original motor, June of '67. So that's kind of cool, as long as it works. I think it does. I was playing with it with a 9-volt battery. It was sparking and such. This does turn. I'm gonna go stick it on a 12-volt battery and see if it works. All right, good news. I went and tested this on a battery out in one of the cars outside, and it spins just fine. So that's pretty cool. Now, I guess I'll get that sandblaster set up like I said. Throw away another seal, and let's see if we can clean some of this up. I'm gonna try and tape this off and then save those part numbers and stuff. I think those are kind of cool. Not that anybody cares but me, but I think it's kind of neat. I think we're done tearing down. I think it's time for cleanup. So let's do that. Everything is sandblasted. I did save the lettering and stuff on that pump. I'll have to paint it up and might just clear over top of that. Hard to say. Not that anybody's ever going to see it but me, but I'm weird. What can I say? Everything looks pretty good though. There is paint. They did paint this box, and most of it comes off with just putting tape on it. I got to get the rest of it off of it just because it looks kind of tacky. I'm going to order up my parts now that I know what I need, and we got some painting to do, and we should be good.